And looks like we're already squared off because the timer went down. So, as we know,
they are on their way.
They're definitely on their way now.
Wow, and it is like synced up already.
Yes, and there it is, rupees.
Red rupee, yeah, exactly.
For chat, as you know, this is an exciting render race, and we always like to get it hyped up. And now, for the hundreds and thousands of Randomizer fans, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get ready to rando!
This is the part where if they would have gotten a sword in the first chest, they would be able to now use their sword.
Very nice for the synchronicity already, just from the get-go.
Ooh, magic cape. Is that a foreshadowing of some Ego 1?
Good question.
I don't know. That looks like whenever I see that in a seed, I get, it's always bad news.
But it is always a foretelling of some kind when you see that cape.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's see if they get that bomb early, because we always like to finish off escape without having to revisit.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like they're getting some hearts from the enemies, but so far no bombs. Ooh. Burrito.
Burrito
Not what they're
chest.
looking for. But Link's a bit hungry today, I guess. Picking up his lunch on the way to go save Zelda.
We'll call it Mom's Burrito today.
Yeah, and these two are basically perfectly in sync. Their movements are almost identical. Even the sword slash is, different directions heading through the door, but they're little difference here, but
ooh, bee in the bottle.
Some bees. At least that'll give them the opportunity to go to Sick Kid.
Yeah, that's a good item to get early because you can clear out another part of Kakariko Town. And looks like chat's already calling out B-Torp for that.
Yeah, maybe they'll have to do Plan B of going to Aghanim.
Yeah, Plan B. It's most definitely in effect.
Willard getting a little bit too close to the door. Unfortunately got the "something is missing" text.
And looks like DT got lucky with bombs already.
Yes. Yeah, he has 4 bombs now. So we probably won't see him doing any extra farming. Willard will probably opt to see if he can get some bombs from the rats, because that seems to be the easiest enemy to kill.
And the synchronicity is definitely in effect again.
Yeah, these two, they're on. It's crazy how on point they are. They're both doing extremely well. The only difference is that, like I said, I believe that Willard is going to opt to probably kill some extra enemies to get some bombs. If he gets them right away, then, this sync might continue, but... Alright, so it looks like they're both heading into the sewers here.
Yeah. And this should be pretty good.
So we'll get to see. We know that the first chest here is going to be a key because of the fact that they don't have one to progress. So they're going to find a small key in this next chest for sure. So still no bombs for Willard.
And I guess someone in chat is surprised by hearing Saku for the first time. I'm pretty sure they're like, wow, there's a girl on the mic. Most definitely, Saku's the special girl commentator that we have. We also have Jessie and Ursula and quite some other people.
Yeah, we have a few girl commentators.
Yes, most definitely. She's not the only one.
So it looks like, there we go. Willard picks up his key. He also managed to grab bombs now as well. So they're both going to be checking escape on the way out. So I bet they're both feeling pretty confident about that, not having to worry about coming back to grab those later.
Oh, and probably did pay off because we did see the hook shot.
Absolutely. That's a great item to find. It'll give them, once they have access to Death Mountain, it'll give them an opportunity to find 8 more chests once they can get up there. So
I think the dying question now in chat is, what is going to be at the tear chest?
Poor Tara, getting so much rap for that. Ooh, DT.
Oh! But what can we say about that today? But what are those?
Oh, wow. Grabbing boots. That is an excellent place for them. I bet both of these runners are excited to see those. And having the hook shot, they're going to be able to do the item dash, so the basically the quick or easy spin speed.
And we had a quick look at what we had. It looks like Eastern Palace was Crystal 5, and then the other 2 were pendants. So Desert Palace and Tower Hero were pendants.
So this will be interesting to see. What is at the Lumberjack Cave? They do have the boots, and they do have the cape. So that kind of screams maybe Aga 1.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a call. It's nice to have boots though. At least you know if you do beat Aga, you can get it.
Oh, lamp! It's the lamp!
My goodness.
I don't think either player is going to be going out of their way though to get that. Although it is something that the game logic requires that you have before needing to do dark rooms. I'm sure both players are confident enough with their darkroom navigation that they probably will be skipping the lamp, unless it is their only fire source.
Yes. Now, if they don't find that fire rod, they'll probably have a trip back here for that. Or if they can't progress any further.
And it looks like we're getting to see... Ooh, nice! That was a very nice tree pull there for Willard, grabbing some extra bombs. I'm sure he's happy about that.
And we're both players going to be heading to Blind's house now.
We're going to get to see what is the treasure trove of Kakariko.
But we're pretty hyped up already. We got some pretty good items just from the get-go.
Yeah, definitely. I think finding the boots and the hook shot is definitely a nice thing to get early on. So far this... Ooh, hello. Link has now learned to read.
And that's actually an interesting telling sign as well. It's because at least now they know they can get to desert somehow.
Yeah, and these seeds here is definitely using the older logic. So they're gonna find that items that are easily accessible early on generally hints towards a item of value being there. Not necessarily all the time, but it's a pretty high probability. Ooh, flippers.
Well, no fake flippering tonight, people.
Nope. No Jesus walking on water.
None required today.
Nope. But that might indicate maybe swamp or ice palace required.
And
the swindler strikes again. Unfortunately, only giving a red rupee for 100 rupees. So what does the
Let's do some
chicken hut
chicken
hold?
swag?
Guess the chicken clip. Very well done. Oh, it's still only 20 rupees. So far, not a huge, a bunch of progression items in Kakariko yet. So they both have a bottle, so they'll be making a trip to Sick Kid.
Let's see if Sick Kid gets anything good today. Oh!
The Power Glove! Oh, that's exciting. At least now they're going to be able to access Death Mountain as well as East Death Mountain.
Oh, and look what's down below in the tavern today.
Yeah. So, they're getting a bit of quack. Is this, you know what would be interesting is we were all hyped up for Swag Duck earlier, but we don't even know yet if the flute is required and if they're gonna find it.
Yeah, you never know. We might not even get a flute today.
So it looks like there's nothing of interest over here, so both players probably gonna save and quit, head down to their house to go check out either the dam or the mini Moldarm cave at the bottom. But Willard is probably gonna head up Death Mountain instead.
Interesting.
It's definitely, you know, there's 8 chests on Death Mountain, so it's not a bad call. Whereas there's 7, well, there's 8 down if you include Ice Rod Cave. So both taking different ways. Oh. But he's making laps. Where has he decided to go?
Good question. Oh, he has the flippers, so maybe he's gonna swim? Oh, he's gonna hula han. There you go. That makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah. Getting those rupees for Zora. So basically, what he did was he bonked so that he was, I guess, not on the right frame. And then if you fall into a hole, the game will basically do a check, and if you're not in the right spot, it will send you there as a debug area.
Oh, and let's get hyped up for this mini Moldarm cave.
We got them. Oh boy.
We got the Cheeto sword, everybody.
Yep. Oh, unfortunately, Willard didn't get the clip through the chest, or clip through the block there, so he's gonna have to come back in here a second time.
We got a sneak peek at what Lake Hylia Island was today.
So it's time to see, what does the hobo hold?
And this is definitely not a sequence break this time because they have flippers, so the game logic did intend him to come here if he wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. Aww. Unfortunately, only a blue rupee, so not probably what he was looking for.
Yep. And let's see if he's gonna swim over his way to the Ice Rod Cave, or he's gonna go to Zora's domain just to see what the item on the ledge is.
Well, he could also opt to go to Sahasrah's hut, because there's 3 chests over there, and it's easy if you just hop up on the area he just passed. It looks like he's heading to the Ice Rod Cave, though. He does have flippers, so he... Sorry.
No worries, no worries. Hey, look at what he did right there. Because normally people don't go this route, so they don't make use of the steps to use the hook speed there or the spin speed.
Yeah, he's making quick work of this area, and it looks like Willard's also going to be heading over to the to the Ice Rod Cave. Ooh, and they find the Harry Potter medallion.
Most definitely. Ether was right there at Ice Rod Cave.
So it'll be interesting to see what Dark World dungeons are required.
Yeah, if they have 2 medallions already, maybe one of them's gonna be, or 2 of them might be the ones they need. You never know.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoy getting bombos off the bat because then I don't have to worry about Ice Palace. Cool stairway, but,
I see. I see how it is for you, Saku.
yeah, I don't even worry about Mire or Turtle Rock. So it looks like Willard is only 100 rupees short from heading to Zora. So, and DT's heading up the mountain with the old man. Time to see what he gets for his trouble guiding the old man through the mountain.
Yes, old man love tonight. Let's see what happens. A squirrel getting a little bit in the way, though.
Oh no! Oh no, DT getting rock blocked. Ooh. Oh, unfortunately, just bombs.
He makes the transition, so that's good. If he actually brought the old man over here and he still dies, he would just start right there, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, absolutely. So doing the item dash or spin speed, making quick work of Death Mountain here. So it'll be interesting to see. Oh! So much for Flute not being required. There it is, sitting right there on Spectacle Rock.
now they just gotta find that mirror now.
Yep, and Willard is about to see what's the Hashala's holding. Oh, nice, has enough rupees and the blue mail. Banana hat, anyone?
So Saku, only one question to ask there. Are you ready?
No.
What do you mean you're not ready?
I'm not ready.
The swag duck hype is real.
I told you. If you don't mind it being botched, then alright, but I'm warning.
Now we only need that mirror, everybody.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what is in this cave here. So far just bomb upgrade, heart, rupee. It looks like there's the hammer. There is 20 rupees on the edge there for Willard at Zora, but he's hoping that Zora here is gonna give him some good item for his 500 rupees that he spent a lot of time farming.
Indeed. Oh,
that is not at all what he was looking for. He
just opted to stare at it.
Save and quit out of there. Definitely not worth any of his time. Yeah, Zora's selling some life lessons there.
Today, that is definitely soccer you're hearing today.
Well, and a Hiei. But you might be able to tell the difference. Ooh, Moon Pearl!
Yes, it looks like Death Mountain had tons of items to progress for both players today.
Yeah, definitely. DT grabbing himself the Moon Pearl. That'll give him a nice opportunity in Dark World. So he's got himself the hammer. He can access Village of Outcasts now if he wanted to.
I think he's going to check the Ether tablet, though, because now he can progress to the other side and get on top of Hera.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly, was Tower of Hera the green pendant, or was that Desert?
Desert looks to be the green pendant, but it's still worth a quick check, though.
Yeah, again, with these seeds, the earlier the dungeon is to access, or the places to access, the more likely it is to have an item of worth. So it'll be interesting to see if there's anything good up here. Just so far, just 10 arrows, not the Ether tablet that I would be looking for.
Now he also has the hammer, so he can, and the cape, so he does have the opportunity to also check Spike Cave once he finishes Hera.
Ooh, unfortunately Willard taking a hit from the Sky Cabbage, but having that fairy on hand will make quick work back. I did not catch what was in the basement at Tower of Hera.
Looks like it was a dungeon item because you don't see a key, so it has to be a regular dungeon item. Probably the burrito. Or...
Oh, it was a red rupee.
Oh,
Thanks,
looks like
chat.
red. Oh, nice, chat. Thanks for checking. So that means there's only one more item left.
Yep. But we don't know if there's anything on the pedestal yet. So...
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. We're gonna have to wonder if this could be something still. And if he finds an item either from Moldorm or here, he knows he doesn't have to check the basement.
Oh, that's the key. The dreaded key. I always hope I find that on Moldorm after I found both items. So a moment of truth.
Finally got the hammer.
Yep. Moment of truth now is whether or not Moldorm is gonna have an item, or if, you know, maybe the item that's in the basement is something they need the lamp for. They need to go hang.
Oh, it's another sword, so they don't have to go to the basement.
Yeah, it's the Master Sword, so they are good. They don't need to go to the basement.
Hey, they lucked out today.
Very, very good Moldorm fight from DT. So I would say that unfortunately the trip into Tower of Hera did not pay off for him. So if Willard opts to not check it, it actually won't. They'll actually again be pretty close in time.
Now they do have the hammer and power glove, as you mentioned, Sakura. That means they definitely can go to the Legend of Outcast, as you were mentioning, because you can use that northern portal to Kakariko to get there.
Yep, absolutely. You have to go through the Lost Woods to get there, but they still have access to it. So it looks like Willard is taking the same gamble that DT is. So he sees the 20 rupees and nopes out of there.
And depending on where DT goes, he might even check out Hype Cave first.
Yeah, he has the ability to check. You know what? And that's something that I always forget. It's so easy to check when you have the hammer and the moon pearl. But it looks like DT is gonna be going to grab his life lessons.
He's gonna be disappointed though.
Yep. Yeah, so they also have the book that gives them access to some of Desert Palace because they don't have the because unfortunately they don't have the lantern or fire rod. They won't be able to complete it, but it'll be interesting to see whether or not they decide to go to Eastern Palace next, whether or not they decide to go into Dark World. There's quite a few places that they have the ability to check at the moment, so it's basically anyone's guess at the moment where they're gonna go.
I'd say he's gonna go to Hype Cave. Makes
Unfortunately, sense. Willard getting troll-dormed.
That's why he has the infamous name.
It looks like DT is probably heading to check out Hype Cave. Are we hyped for Hype Cave, guys?
Yes, let's get some hype up for Hype Cave, everybody.
Potential Hype Cave. We don't. Oh, he's taking out the bombs. It's definitely Hype Cave. Here we go.
Oh, and we get to take a quick look. It looks like Crystal 6 is Pod, and then the pendant is Skullwoods.
Ooh, that's an interesting situation. So that means that we have Desert Palace, Tower of Hera, and Skullwoods, which are all easily completable dungeons. Ooh, Butter Sword in Hype Cave.
You can't get any more hype than that for that sword.
A green rupee, not very hype for that.
And Bombos!
Bombos! Well, they got all the medallions, so...
Yeah, no need to check then.
Yeah, and that looks like Willard's heading to grab his Moon Pearl here, so... It was I would say a 6 out of 10 Hype Cave.
Most
Bombos
definitely.
and butter, but not, you know, it could have been more hype. So, it looks like DT is gonna go check and see what's on the pyramid. So, but like I was saying before, it's interesting enough that Skullwoods and Skullwoods, Desert Palace, and Tower of Hera are all pendants, and those are dungeons you don't need a lot to get to and finish. So if, let's say, oh my god, that is the Titan's Mitts. Well, that just opened up a whole lot for DT. So it looks like, and Willard's also heading to Hype Cave, so he's going to be able to get his Butter Sword and Bombos, and hopefully that leads him over there to grab the Titan's Mitt as well. So, but yeah, if they find the Fire Rod, then they have everything that they need in order to do all the pendant dungeons, and that's concerning. It would be concerning for me because that could be a really high probability of a pedestal seed.
Let's see what Catfish holds for us today. Should be interesting. Oh, nope.
Oh. Unfortunately, not what he was looking for.
And he's gonna probably do Dark World.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of chests here that he can access now that he's got the Titan's Mitts. And I know he's probably gonna be hoping for that mirror so that he can go pick up, while he's already up here, he can go pick up that flute sitting on the ledge. So, and Mire is a crystal, so we're absolutely gonna be getting Swag Duck.
Oh yeah, Swag Duck is definitely required.
So, Willard grabbing his Titan's Mitts now, so it'll be interesting to see where he decides to go from here. Yeah, I'm really interested to see whether or not. Obviously, they're going to be getting the Fire Rod somehow because Turtle Rock is required.
Oh yeah.
So they might not need to get the Lantern, but depends. If Lanmolis is holding the Fire Rod.
Yeah, then, now that's the only thing we would think it might be that.
Yeah.
Because we know the basement doesn't have an item already now in Hera.
Yep.
Good deduction there.
So yeah, unfortunately, Willard's about to be disappointed.
Oh, but
there's
I don't think we need to find Fire Rod any further now.
No,
our questions have been answered.
DT has picked up the Fire Rod, so now, now we definitely have found our fire source. So this, again, that's really concerning because they have now all the items, or at least DT has all the items now that he needs in order to do all pendant dungeons. So he's gonna head into Spike Cave, and it looks like Willard is gonna be heading to Village of Outcasts, or even Bumper Cave possibly.
Yep. He's got the cape, so he can still dash with it.
DT making good use of his cape here in the Spike Cave. Uses a little bit more magic than Kane of Berna.
Blue Boomerang fans.
Yeah, it doesn't really pay off. So
he forgot he had a fairy though. You're gonna have to use it up.
Oh no! And it looks like on the on Bumper Cave it was just 20 rupees. So yeah, he doesn't have a bug net to go catch another fairy, so...
Yeah, that fairy's gone now. Could have opted to save and quit, though, at that time, but it's okay. Both players are definitely well-rounded in terms of how to manage through dungeons and maintain their life.
So Willard opting to head into Thieves Town. It's a dungeon he's fully capable of completing at the moment, so... Might as well, that's my philosophy is, if you can do a dungeon, you might as well.
Oh yeah. And he definitely can full clear it as well, because he has the hammer.
Yep, absolutely. So he's doing some pretty standard routing in Thieves Town, not getting lost. And DT, because he has the Titan's Mitt, he doesn't even have to go the long way around to get to Village of Outcasts. He can just lift up the rock and head right in. So at the moment, they're going to be looking for Cane of Samaria, they're going to be looking for the Mirror, and Ice Rod. They both already know where the Flute is. They just need to find the Mirror to get to it.
Mm-hmm. Quick look around in the Village of Outcasts, though.
And Willard grabbing the key there at the top and heading through here. Good idea. He needs the key for Blind's for the room down at the bottom that they need the big chest.
Yep. For the big chest, you gotta have that key.
Yep. So, again, with Skullwoods not being a quote-unquote required dungeon, possibly, we might not see pedestal check for a while, unless they're a little bit uncomfortable with what they've checked and are a little bit nervous about where it could possibly be.
Huh. Now I'm wondering what is the pedestal guess of what item is in there today.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see as this progresses where these remaining items are, because these two are really close to the same items. Willard has the Titan's Mitt, just hasn't had the opportunity to go up to Death Mountain yet, and once he does, he's gonna very quickly find himself his Fire Rod, and it's something that's really commonly checked, so it's not something that he's gonna end up missing.
Oh, I see chat saying Mirror and Pedestal or Ice Rod.
Ooh, Willard! Oh my gosh! Oh, making me nervous there for a second. Almost fell off, but didn't. Ooh, nice. DT grabbing himself a full magic refill there. That'll make it easier for him when he gets to blind fight.
Hey, that red shield might help out too.
Yeah, absolutely. I hate insect puns. They really bug me. Alright, so he just needs to hit Blind's head 3 more times.
That's correct.
1
3
more.
times per head.
There we go. Very well done. Great blind fight from Willard. And he gets himself a nice cash reward for that. 300 rupees.
Well, it makes sense. This is Thieves Town, so they probably robbed a bunch of people.
Alright, so Willard heading out here to finish up the remainder of Village of Outcasts. So it'll be just 20 rupees there. Again, finding a lot of those 20 rupees. And that menu they have sure can't be fun to go through either. It can sometimes be a pain to go through your menu when it's not... when it's got diagonal items.
That's a good point you make there, Saku. Oh!
Ooh. But Cane of Samaria, though, that is an excellent find for Willard. I'm sure he's quite happy with that.
Most definitely.
DT making his way through the blind fight. He'll just need to hit blind 3 more times.
Yep, 3 more.
Ooh.
He's gonna get it. There you go.
There you go. Very well done. Again, he gets his 300 rupees, and as Willard heads down into the hammer cave there. Unfortunately, just finding a heart piece. Not what he's looking for.
That's true.
Still doesn't have the mirror, so he's not going to be able to take the blacksmith home. But he's definitely going to be able to do the digging game and a bunch of stuff. Digging game and the Haunted Groves shovel kid, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what to call him.
Some may call it Old Stumpy.
Old Stumpy?
Old Stumpy. Most definitely. And then the cave below, some other people call it the Circle of Bushes.
Yeah, looks like that was unfortunately just an inventory upgrade. So DT has grabbed his cane and he's going to be looking at what's in Bumper Cave. We already know that it's 20 rupees. Ooh! But Willard finding half magic from Old Stumpy there.
Yep, Old Stumpy, because he turns into a stump later.
So yeah, this will be interesting. So they all pretty much have the same items, except for Willard just needs to head up Death Mountain a second time. So DT also, you know, it's quite interesting because they have a lot of the same routing, just different times. So this is gonna be I know there's some questions asked about who's in the lead, but at the moment, it can really be anyone's game. It'll just be whoever happens to find the right items first, because they're going pretty much very similarly to each other, making very similar routing decisions.
That's true. Oh. That's a little too early. That's why he got bombed there.
But he got a little bit of love, so... Or I guess a lot of love, because it's full.
Now let's see today what's that ledge item going to be in Desert. Definitely going to take a sneak peek, I would think. Oh!
Yeah, that's definitely something I would go pick up. Mushroom could lead to a whole variety of items. And DT also now having his half magic.
And I think DT's also heading the same general direction.
Yeah, it looks like he might. Oh yeah, it really does. Yeah. It's quite amusing because it literally could just be anyone's game. That's item number 1 from Desert Palace. There's 2 items in here, so this item on the torch is guaranteed to be either a small key or a big key. If the other one is an item or a dungeon item, so it could lead him to the other item. And because Desert is in fact is the green pendant, so maybe Sahashala might be hiding something of worth. So unfortunately, Willard does not have.
Oh, there's the other item.
Yeah. So Willard does not have the fire rod yet, because he hasn't gone up to Death Mountain, so he's not going to be able to complete it to see what Sahashala has. So it might be interesting to see whether or not DT decides to finish it, because he does have the fire rod and can hand it in to Sahashala. So
that's true. He does have that option. Oh, bottom with the B again.
So Willard's about to go grab his shrooms here.
Now, what do you think the stream's gonna turn into today?
Oh boy, I'm hoping that it's something of value this time, because I've seen a lot of shrooms being turned into red or blue rupees lately.
Ooh.
I want to see something like the mirror. That would be something exciting.
Oh, that's definitely the swag way to open the King's Tomb there.
Yeah. Hold out your gold sword there. So this is a good decision for him, because he had to check the King's Tomb anyway, so he might as well head over just to the other side here and just hand in that mushroom. So excellent roading decision for Willard.
And chat was wondering why they didn't open the big chest. It's the fact that there's only 2 items in Desert Palace, so that's why they didn't have to go open the big chest.
Yeah, they know that it's either the map or the compass in there, and it doesn't. It's neither of those are required, so they'll leave them behind. Oh my gosh!
Of course, Willard immediately slashes the assistant, letting her know, "You made me fetch here, and now I have to fetch again." Go fetch.
All right. What is this? Gonna be magic powder?
Now, if it is magic powder, that would be pretty funny.
If it is, please. I didn't mean it. All right, so time to see a moment of truth.
What this thing is? Oh! It happened to the mirror.
It's funny. I said mirror for the witch, but I guess it kind of led to the mirror.
It kind of did. So there's your mirror, and we're gonna get our flute very soon.
So, oh no.
I think we know what this means, everybody.
No. No, we don't. I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't know what I'm talking about, do we? I think chat knows what's gonna happen next.
No. Well, DT's grabbing his green pendant. It'll be interesting to see. He also has picked up his mushroom, so that could end up leading him to the mirror. Oh boy.
And he's probably gonna not go just yet, because the fact is he hasn't done the east side of Death Mountain quite yet.
Yeah, and he does have the Spike Cave to do still.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna unfortunately be a little bit disappointed to find the blue boomerang there.
Yeah, and I think DT's probably gonna turn in his mushroom now, I would think. And then these two will be heading out to get to that flute, I would think, first.
So this is interesting. We still are looking for the ice rod and the bow. Oh, DT getting a little bit caught up there on the rocks. Oh no, Willard looks like he might be heading to Kakariko.
And this is will be the Swag Dunk Anthem that we've all been waiting for, everybody.
Oh my god.
Alright, everybody stand, please, for your Swag Dunk Anthem.
I am the quacking duck, flying you to and fro. I have silly web feet, look at me go. My mountain or lake, flying you at your will. I do not charge a fee, but I still have a bill.
See, that wasn't so bad.
It was so bad, that's okay. I told you, I botched it, but that's okay. But we've got ourselves the flute, guys. So back into Dark World we go. They have, it looks like Willard opted to head straight down here instead of going and doing the east side of Dark Death Mountain, which is, oh my god, they clipped it.
It is a moment that will stay with you forever.
But he's got the mirror, so he's gonna go and do the blacksmith. So, or might not. He might just go check the circle of flowers down here. And it looks like DT is also grabbing his flute now.
Most definitely.
2 for DT and his flute. Oh my god.
Now you have to do it a second time, I'm hearing from chat.
Oh boy.
A encore performance. That's what chat wants.
Okay, because it's DT and it's in honor of DT, I will do it again. And it looks like Willard is picking up the blacksmith now.
And here we go. Stand up, all rise once again for the Swag Duck Anthem.
I am the quacking duck, flying you to and fro. I have silly web feet, look at me go. Mire mountain or lake, flying you at your will. I do not charge a fee, but I still have a bill. Oh my gosh. Alright, so both players have the flute. Willard, grabbing some bombs from the blacksmith, is going to be heading back into Dark World. Willard really needs to head up to Dark Death Mountain. There is a lot of chests up there that he that he can grab, so
wow, this is really interesting what Willard's doing with the chest.
Yeah, he's taking it along for a ride, that's for sure.
This is the Purple Chest Tour, everybody.
So DT is going to be heading into the, oh, nice, and dodges those fireballs to, oh, unfortunately, blocked the chest there. So,
now, interesting. Did Willard not complete the Death Mountain? Because he didn't. Oh, he didn't pick up the fire rod. So no, he did not complete Death Mountain.
He hasn't done Dark World Death Mountain yet.
Wow.
That is the only thing that he's missing from up there, and so he. The only thing that these guys are going to be looking for is going to be, well, the only thing DT is looking for is either bow or I guess bow and ice rod. And it always sucks.
Oh!
Never mind, I was about to say, it always sucks looking for ice rod, but
and guess what that means then? We
yeah,
just got the bow to find.
We just need to find the bow. So hopefully the bow isn't sitting in Turtle Rock or something. I've seen bow in places like Mimic Cave. That's always the worst. But, so our pedestal hopes are dwindling here.
Most definitely now.
The only thing that they need is the bow. Both of these players can do silverless. So again, if they don't find the silver arrows, they're not going to be too butthurt about it, I guess. I don't know what else to call it.
And we know bow can't possibly be after Armos now. It has to be found before it because it's not 5 and 6 for sure.
Yeah. So it looks like Willard is opting to head into Swamp as DT heads into Mire. So that's actually... It's a pretty good idea. He's got everything that he needs to complete it. Swamp is something that that if you're in go mode is really easy to complete. So a lot of people end up or tend to leave it for later because of the fact that if you already are in go mode, then you just need to check the last couple chests. So
oh yes. For Swamp is definitely one of the places we don't require big key for. That's the reason why it's so nice.
But he finds it anyway, so at least he's gonna be happy about the fact that he's not going to come back worried about having to check the big key or the big chest.
Oh yes, it's always nice to find the big key early so you don't have to go back.
Yeah. Swamp is definitely a really good place to check, though, having 6 chests. So he's not making a bad decision, definitely, especially if it holds something that could put him at an advantage. So we'll see what's in this dungeon.
Ooh, big key.
Yeah, DT finding his big key in Mire. All right, so, oh, he's got half magic, so he doesn't have to worry. But with the, when you push a block in this game, the game treats the block as if it actually doesn't exist. So you can do actions through it, like hook shot and fire rod. You don't want to mix the two up in this area, though.
But look what we found already.
We got magic powder and bug net. What is this?
So pedestal hype is now getting reduced.
And bees.
Now we can only have one item that people are hoping for that's in there, and it would be bow. That's what they're saying.
Yep. Yeah, bow is the only thing that can be on pedestal that is required. We all know where Lantern is, which I'm sure both players are happy they did not have to go do Aghanim. So we will be seeing some darkroom navigation from DT at the moment as he heads through Misery Mire.
And I think he gets it because he's already screen transition. First
screen transition. This one is a room with some blocks, a skull, and an anti-fairy, but he's making quick work of that. And now in the area with the spike, he has to lift up a skull there.
Yeah.
And then head up and hit the switch.
Yeah.
So there's the switch. And
he's got it.
He's got it, so he's going to be going into this room here.
And that's it.
Nope,
he's going to get through.
Yeah, there's one more room here, but it's extremely doubtful that at this point he's going to have any issues. He just needs to hit this switch and then go through the door.
This should be the simple parts now.
Yeah, DT is definitely... Oh! Willard just found the bow.
Oh!
Willard just found the bow in Swamp. That is definitely a good call for him.
Yes. And now all he needs to do is check out the other places in Death Mountain. And of course, the checkboard cape.
Yeah, absolutely. So that means, guys, no pedestal required seed.
Unfortunately.
Oh. DT hitting Vitrios, even though it wasn't facing the right direction. And grabs himself the map. Burrito. Or toilet paper in this case.
Mom's burrito once again.
So if you guys haven't already, make sure you give these runners a follow because they're doing an excellent job. This race is really close. Willard having 1 item DT doesn't, and DT having 2 items that Willard doesn't. But as soon as Willard heads up to Dark Death Mountain, it will, which is a very common place to go, he's going to end up grabbing it. It's only the ice rod that really might troll him a little bit. So, yeah, but make sure you give those runners a follow. They're excellent, excellent racers, excellent commentators, and definitely deserve every bit of support.
Looks like DT's got a mirror here to turn in that green pendant because he hasn't yet.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he gets because there's not much at the moment. Oh, bombs. I don't think he really thinks that was worth it.
I think he might be opting to look into Palace of Darkness because he's going towards this direction.
Well, Palace of Darkness is something that is required. He might not need the bow, depending upon his routing. If he doesn't need to go into the side with the red mimics, then he might be okay.
Yeah, but he won't be able to finish the dungeon, but he's able to search it for majority of it, though.
Yeah, he does need the bow for that statue he needs to shoot in the eye.
Yep. And that pretty much tells him he can't do anything more.
Yep, instantly has to leave. So we'll get to see what's at Bommo statue here.
Probably gonna take a quick peek into, oh, no, got a flute. Good.
Bommo's giving bombs. And not the right kind of bombs. So, then it looks like Willard is gonna be heading over to the Mire Cave, and that is gonna lead him to Ice Rod. Still not the rod he's looking for. Well, he is looking for Ice Rod, but I know that he's probably also looking for the Fire Rod specifically for the light source. He's got the bow. Doing pod without a fire source altogether is actually rather challenging because you have to guess where all of the turtles are in that one room.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the turtle room is what we call it.
Yeah.
So Willard is going to be grabbing his ice rod now.
Now I'm wondering if Willard will go into Mire because you know there's a place he has to use the fire source to light the torches, right? He doesn't have a fire source quite yet, so he can't complete that section. So I'm curious if he's going to even bother checking that.
Yeah, he might take a gamble, but probably not considering the fact he knows where Lantern is. He might be thinking that he might need the lantern still.
Oh yeah. That's a possibility because he's probably thinking, "Where's my fire source?"
Exactly, because they both know that the lantern is at the lumberjack cave. So it looks like DT is going to be heading into Swamp now. So this is going to be if he checks all of Swamp and grabs the bow, then he's got all the medallions. So even like no matter what Turtle Rock is. He's going to be able to enter it. This will be go mode for DT.
True. Willard definitely is going to make the right play here because he does have all the items he needs to complete pod.
Yeah, absolutely. So Willard, though not having the fire rod, might opt to check more of pod than what he would normally do. Mm-hmm. And that could be interesting if silver arrows are in pod, because by the time that DT gets there, he's going to be in go mode.
Yep, but he's still got to look for that big key himself. And he knows he has to go from the right side now as well.
Yep. But yeah, both these players know their darkroom navigation. They're both not interested in that lantern unless it's their only fire source.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking as well, Saku. Ooh.
Nice mirror shield. This, I believe this chest that DT is heading to is the bug net. So a little bit of safety items, never a bad thing.
Yep. Now you can catch fairies if you wanted to.
Yep. So Willard grabbing the big key here.
Looks like DT's gonna go straight up.
So that is gonna be a bit of a concern. Hopefully he goes back and checks.
He probably will.
I hope so, because this could cost him if he's taking a gamble at the moment. So hopefully he does decide to come back.
If he counts his items and knows his dungeon items when he looks at his menu, he'll know that he hasn't finished it, though. That's how I would know for sure.
So it looks like burrito in the big chest in Eastern Palace.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, compass, there we go. Hopefully that leads him to...
He already knows he has to come back.
I'm hoping. He might take a gamble and think, well, I've got a ton of overworld stuff I can still do, or there's a ton of other dungeons I can still do.
Nah, once you're in a dungeon, I know DT about this. He knows to fully complete it. And he knows he has to now because the fact that that was a dungeon item. There's definitely an item that's going to be on the left side.
Well, there's multiple items that are on the left side, I think.
Yep, it's going to have to.
So, I'm really interested to see.
See if he gets this fire rod strat here by moving off the wall. Oh, almost.
Oh, unfortunately. Yeah, almost gets it. Oh. Just needs one more swing here. There we go.
And chat's asking where was the fire rod now. And yep, someone in chat already responded. It was in Hookshot Cave.
Yep. So Willard has done 90% of Death Mountain. The only thing he has to do is East Dark Death Mountain, which is exactly where the fire rod is sitting.
And
so,
DT does go back in. Yeah,
he is. That's good. Took a gamble just to, I guess, see whether or not there was anything that was required on the other side, but I'm really glad that he decided to head back in.
Yeah, because look at all the items. He knows those are definitely going to have to be it because he gets all the dungeon items. DT's not in go mode until he finishes the chest here.
Yeah, he just needs the bow, which he's heading to the chest hopefully right now, to grab it. So, Willard getting his next crystal here. Hopefully he heads over. He's gonna be going into pod.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be going into pod though without any light source or fire rod. So, it's a little bit more challenging when you go through here like that, like I was saying earlier, because at least in the turtle room, there are 2 lanterns that you can light up if you have the fire rod. But because he doesn't, he's going to have to take a guess and hope that he hits all of the turtles with the way he normally does it. Mm-hmm. So.
Now, there's an interesting strat that I see that some players might do is you can also use the bees to help you identify where the turtles are when you're in that room as well.
Yeah, and they did pick up some bees, and I don't believe they've let them go, so... So this is the moment, right coming up here, where DT finds his bow. There's the heart piece, and then the bow is right through this door here. He's already taking out his mirror, and there it is.
We are in the go.
Is now in go mode. So it's interesting, like I was saying earlier, how the fact that swamp is something that a lot of people like to leave for later because of the fact that it's so quick to do if you're in go mode, mm-hmm. but there's such a high concentration of chests in there. You never know what's sitting in there.
Yes.
So DT is heading into Ice Palace. Interesting. Instead of going to do Pod and Eastern. So Ice Palace is another dungeon that's really quick to do if you are in go mode.
Yep. Most definitely. Just gotta do that bomb jump properly and you're pretty much done.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the only thing is, so Willard is unfortunately having to check every chest in Pod, because he's still looking for the fire rod. But if the silver arrows are in here, and if Willard can keep up with DT on crystal count because of where the key is located or other things like that, we could still see this turn around. Just because DT is currently in go mode does not necessarily mean anything. Things can change at any moment.
That's true.
So there's a heart piece there. So we get to see what's on the other side here. A small key.
Ooh. See if he opens the next one. And DT's trying to get this bomb jump here. He was just a little pixel too low at that time.
Yeah, and unfortunately there again, it's a tough trick to get.
I think he's got it this time. This looks right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is right. Yeah, there you go.
So, and it looks like Willard is about to do the dark maze here in Pod.
Well, we just need to mark the bow on DT's tracker. I see chat's just asking about that. But we should be fine. There you go, chat. We have appeased you.
We have the bow marked.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Willard is taking a little bit of damage in there. Unfortunately, I didn't see what the chest items were in the top there.
Well, he hasn't found the big key, so that's what I think this has to be it on this side.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way.
He's about to do the bomb jump, where he just heads across here. He just needs to go down, and a little bit to the left here, and then down, and then a little bit to the right. And
you should get there.
He might have got it. Unfortunately, because I can't hear this fanfare, I don't know.
I think he's heading his way down still. Oh, there we go. Now
there we go. There we go.
He definitely has what it is.
There. Now he's got what he needs. Perfect.
And he's on his way out, and he should be able to open this chest. Yep, that was a big key. Had to be. Yeah, bombs it.
Yeah, bombs the chest. I do not blame him. Not at all what he was looking for. And also DT, excellent cold stare fight. Done his Ice Palace, got his next crystal, and we'll be heading off over to, it looks like Pod now, to do Pod and Eastern Palace. So
he is definitely a Dark Magician fan.
So Willard is going to be going into this area down here with little bit low hearts for a dark room navigation without the fire rod. So I'm interested to see how this goes.
Now chat's asking what's a Dark Magician. Well, he's in chat right now. He can explain himself to you.
Yeah. It's when you're terrible at the game. Don't lie, Dark Magician. So, Willard is gonna quickly hit that switch, head through the door. There's a turtle in this room that he's got to knock over at least. Oh, he got hit by it. If he walks past it, he can go down into the turtle room. Oh, looks like he's taken out the bees.
Oh yeah, here you go, chat.
Screen transition, take out the beautiful bee. We'll tell him where these turtles are that he's looking for.
Check out those strats with that bee.
Yeah, and he's grabbing himself some hearts along the way too. Excellent. Unfortunately, the bee doesn't last forever, but he's got it.
Well, yeah, he's got it. That bee helped him take out one turtle.
Yep. Well, actually, it helped him take out it helped him identify where a bunch of them were, so...
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely a really good strat. So, now he's heading up through the middle. He's got himself full hearts. So, Helmosaur is going to be a breeze for him. Helmosaur pinning him to the wall there makes it a little bit easier to avoid getting super knocked back by the hammer. And he'll just need to do 2 hits. There we go. Very well done. Excellent Helmosaur fight by Willard.
Most definitely.
Yep, and a heart piece. That's not what he's looking for, but I'm sure he's happy that he's at least got his crystal here, so.
Now, since the fact that he got crystals 5 and 6, I'm thinking he might be visiting Double-Chested Fairy.
He might be. He's still got a lot of possibilities. He's saving and quitting. So he's going to the pyramid? Oh no,
Oh, he's gonna go up check the side of the mountain, maybe.
Yes, he's going to Dark Death Mountain, finally! He's gonna get his fire rod.
This is probably it. This is the play for him.
Yep. This will bring him back. And so he's only gonna need to do Ice Palace, Misery Mire, and Turtle Rock. And DT needs to do Eastern Palace, Pod, and Turtle Rock. So these two could end up duking it out at Turtle Rock. Yep. He is going a different direction than I'm used to seeing. So he might be checking Death Mountain. He might not remember that he's checked East Death Mountain. So, or maybe he's going to Turtle Rock.
Might open the portal and use that to go into the top side.
Maybe.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, looks like he's heading towards the portal. Yep.
Yeah, this is interesting. I wonder if seeing that item on the ledge there might remind him that he hasn't been... yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. This makes sense to do, though. You gotta open it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got every medallion, so it's not like he needs to check to see which one he needs.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that he hasn't forgotten that he has not done Dark Death Mountain and just hops into Turtle Rock. Good. Okay, he's going to Hookshot Cave.
Oh yeah, he knows. There you go. And Willard will get the fire rod here. It is inside this cave.
Yeah, and Ice Palace is a very quick dungeon to complete without, or while you're in go mode. So there's his fire rod. He doesn't even care about the rest of it. He is now in go mode. Yeah. And he says, I don't need anything else. While I'm up here, I might as well do Turtle Rock. So...
yeah, he's thinking of just finishing off when he's here.
Yeah, it's a good idea. He's already here. He's got the fire rod. He's got everything he needs. So it is definitely a good play. So he'll have to do Ice Palace and Misery Mire still after this. And DT looks like he's very, very, very quickly finishing up Pod here. So after Pod, he's gonna do Eastern. Yeah. So, and again, he's in go mode, so he's going to be looking for some small keys in this little chest here so that he can head through. Now, I'm trying to remember exactly how many are required, but I think you need 4 small keys to make it through from chests.
Possibility, let me think. There's one before.
So again, like I was saying before, the turtle room, he was able to light it up because of the fact that he had fire rod. So it makes that room a little bit easier.
Yep, and the fake light carries over into the next room as of this moment still.
Yep.
And DT is also now in mid-helmet sword. Takes 17 hammer hits on the helmet, and then 2 butter sword slashes.
It'll be interesting to see where Ganon says that the silver arrows are. Because neither of these players are going to take any extra detours. We already know that Misery Mire's items have been fully cleared out from DT going in there. Neither of them are going to be doing... Oh, never mind!
We don't have to look for silvers, everybody.
I take that back completely. Every time I mention an item, it shows up. So I'm just going to stop talking about items. Willard has found the silver arrows.
Yeah, let's just say we don't have to look for anything today.
Yep. They've got butter sword, they've got the silver arrows, they've got everything that they need. So Willard is officially in go-go mode. So he's gonna grab the key here from the pokey and head up without opening that door, because there's nothing that could be useful through that door. So it'll be interesting because DT is guaranteed to have to, he is guaranteed to grab that chest. There's no way he's missing it.
There's no way. It's basically he's gonna try to think, even if it was the big key, he's gonna have to grab it.
Yeah, because of the fact that they're still gonna be looking for keys in this dungeon. He's gonna have to grab it. So neither player is gonna have an advantage from silver arrows being where they are.
Oh yeah.
So
it looks like Mom's burrito was in the big chest.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see. We just need to find those keys quickly here in Turtle Rock. Willard has already been through Eastern Palace, so we know, of course, that he's not going to find silvers there because they're in Turtle Rock. And he's not going to be looking for any additional items. He's just looking for the key to head to the boss. Turtle Rock is a little bit of a longer dungeon to complete than the other two, but because he was already on Death Mountain, it was a really good idea for him to stop by.
And actually, it would help him out in the Vidi fight now, too.
Yeah, absolutely. But Misery Mire in the dark is probably one of my least favorite things. I think he almost pulled out the mirror, which probably would have been no fun for him.
We've seen him do that before.
Unfortunately, DT getting knocked out of his sword spin there. And getting hit. Oh, I think he just fell. Willard just fell, unfortunately. But he has a heart underneath that skull, so...
And that was a great quick kill by DT on Armos there.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent fights from both these players.
And let's see if he gets the zero cycle. Looks like he's going to get the zero cycle.
Oh, very, very well done from Willard on Trinex.
Oh, no. Almost. Still gonna be a very fast fight, though.
Trinex just wants to fling his head around here. And very quick kill on the actual snake part as well. So, Willard is now done Turtle Rock and will probably be heading to either Misery Mire or Ice Palace. Looks like DT is now heading into Turtle Rock. So DT is going to have a little bit of an advantage because he gets to go from Turtle Rock specifically straight into Ganon's Tower. So he's not going to have to make the trip up Death Mountain twice, whereas Willard will have to. So
if I remember correctly, Willard definitely needed to get that fire rod because I think the big key location required that you had to torch the lights in order to get the one in Meyer.
Yeah, I believe. No, it did not.
Was it?
Actually, it was the chest that you need to hit the. Oh, well, actually, never mind. I lied. Yes, you had to light it to lift up the door. I thought you were talking about the one that you had to the vanilla big key location.
It was definitely the right play.
So Willard's gonna make really quick work of this, and Meyer, if Willard routes Meyer the same way that at least I do, then he's gonna be able to find that big key really quickly as well. So these dungeons, Turtle Rock is a bit longer than these two dungeons, but having to do Darkroom Meyer might slow him down a little bit. So this will be interesting to see, because it could still, things can still happen. Ooh, unfortunately, not bombing the right place.
That bomb actually worked out, because now he doesn't have to hit the switch when he does the bomb jump.
Yep, absolutely. Grabbing the key from the conveyor room. We'll see him do the bomb jump here.
See how he does it this time. Let's see his line up here. Looks like it's good. Oh, this looks good. Looks good. There you go.
There you go.
And I already see Dark Magician calling it right there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see on where the big key is in G Tower as well, because that could, if it's on right side and Willard goes right side and
oh, DT mirrored out.
DT accidentally mirrored instead of using the cane and Samaria. Whoops!
Luckily, he wasn't too far. That was just deja vu, everybody. We didn't see anything.
Well, Willard needs a few more of those DT in order to catch up.
And this shall be the silver arrows that he's been looking for.
Yep. I'm not exactly sure if he's necessarily been looking for. I'm sure he's been hoping for them, but...
Oh yeah, but he did take a sneak peek in that Eastern big chest, though.
That is true.
It's still something nice to have. Oh, Willard here. He still has Fire Rod, which also does the same damage as the Butter Sword, so it's good when they're away to Fire Rod them, and then when they're close, you can still Butter Sword them. There you go. He's got this.
There we go. Very well done. Cold Stare fight. So now he just needs to head into Misery Mire. DT having fun with all the anti-fairies. So it'll, here's where we see Willard head to Misery Mire. So, not a super fast dungeon like, Ice Palace, but still can be relatively quick if you know the right routing, or if you guess the right routing. So it looks like we're not going to see any frozen birds.
Nope. Unfortunately, no bird toss.
Yeah, this is definitely exciting. Ooh.
It's okay. He has all the keys he needs, so he doesn't need to do laser skip room at all.
Yep. He's got everything now.
Oh, he's gonna opt to use his potion here.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I opt to generally use the hookshot iframes, but you know, it does take a little bit extra menuing time, and they both know that they're racing somebody who is, you know, generally the same skill level, so they're both going to be trying to save as much time in little places as possible.
Now, unbeknownst, you know those pokies that jump up and down? There's a bunny changer beam on the bottom right corner that he could have powdered to get a fairy at that point, if he was going to want to save that blue potion at that time.
So, it looks like Willard is about to be heading into... Yeah, he's about to grab the big key. So he's got a bunch of extra little keys, so you'll probably see him head straight on over to the boss once he grabs it. Oh, never mind. He's changed his mind. He's going the other way. Willard, go back.
He'll come there eventually. Just gotta check this chest first, though. There you go.
And DT is making really quick work of Trinex as well. Very nice Trinex fight. He's got his 7th crystal. That leads him to G Tower, guys. And what does that mean? We need some chest guesses.
Oh yes, I'm pretty sure chat knows about this one.
I want to see who's gonna guess the right chest.
That'll be interesting. What do you think is going to be today, Saku?
You know what? I'm kind of hoping that it's gonna be a later chest. You know what? Maybe Bob chest. I like Bob chest.
Bob chest.
All right, here we go. DT heading into G Tower. Willard is opting not to pick up the magic before heading down into the dark abyss of the bottom of mire.
Now we shall see where this chest will be, where this big key.
All right. Well, it looks like Willard's struggling a little bit to put the block in the right place. It is definitely a challenge. I think Mire is probably the hardest out of the 3 dungeons that you have to do in the dark. So that's why I was a little bit surprised that he did not
grab the magic? Yeah.
He did not grab the magic because it's a bit tough to lay this down. What you sometimes see players do is actually pick up the block, take it all the way to the bottom of the screen, and then throw it from the bottom, because if you do, then it'll land in the right spot if you're against the door. So you just gotta know exactly where you need to place it. Was that Sanctuary? Was that Saintcart? We don't know, because he had full health. Darn.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Very hard to tell when he has full health. And we don't have the music on, so we can't really hear the different beat.
I'm a little bit concerned about Willard's. Oh, there we go. That would probably be why he's got, or why he didn't pick it up. Yep. So, yeah. He might opt to head back through the, oh, there we go. He's got it.
No, he made it. He made it.
So now he's in the room with the spike. So what he's going to want to do is he'll use his cape. He'll head over to the left side, and he'll use his, or he'll lift up the skull, drop the cane of Samaria. Hopefully, oh, fortunately got stopped there from the wall. But now he's going to be able to quickly go, and he has the silver arrows. He's also got butter sword. So he might end up doing the dash strats as well. We'll see what he decides to do. So DT still looking in here for for the big key.
Yep.
It's looking more and more like Bob every time. I don't know.
Yeah. And it could be right side here, and depending on where this key is, they still could be a close race if Willard decides to go right side. If it is there, though. We don't know yet, though. Well, didn't get the bonk strat there, but probably opted to get arrows, which makes sense.
So, yeah, it looks like he's gonna dash across through the eyeballs here, use the cape, kill all of them off, quickly swap to silver arrows, 2 shots to Vitrios's big eye, and he's done. So that is now the last crystal that Willard needs.
Hey, Bob!
Come on, Bob Chest. Come on, Bob Chest. Nope, it's not Bob Chest.
And he can switch to silvers here.
So, interestingly enough, it's still quicker to get to Armos from the east side Death Mountain, oh my god. East side G Tower. So if Willard does decide to go right, it could still be, if it's in here.
It's probably, oh, looks like it's on right side.
Oh, it's on right side. Oh my goodness.
It's on right side, everybody.
So
it's going to be a close race. I'm thinking this will close the distance a little bit because we know Willard has a tendency to go right.
Yeah, this will be interesting. It'll all depend. Willard needs to quickly head up Death Mountain. It does take a little bit of time, but you know, DT has had some excellent execution as well. So he's having to. There we go.
He just makes it. There you go. Barely.
Good job. He's, like I said, DT's had some excellent execution, so something would have to go pretty seriously wrong here for Willard to catch up.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Saku stick.
Yeah, the cane of Berna.
And there's the
big key.
There you go.
So, we'll see if Willard decides to go right side.
I think he will. Based on him getting the keys going to be on the right side, will help determine to push him even further to go that direction first.
So, which direction? Oh, it looks
like... Oh, he's going
Willard,
to... Wow, okay. Probably going to try to grab a key first.
He might be, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's making sure he gets a key here first and then goes to the right play.
Nope.
No?
He's going left side. Oh, boy.
Wow, okay.
So, yeah, that's definitely going to be unfortunate for him.
Or he might do the 4-chest mirror. We never know. Like Dark Magician's saying. It's possible.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And he might do it.
Yep.
There he is. There he is. He's doing the play. Dark Magician was calling it. He's gonna do the right side now. He has enough keys.
It's still it's just unfortunate that he did decide to do that because he might have had an advantage, or not an advantage, but he might have been able to still. It's gonna be really hard to come back now. DT making quick work of the gauntlet here.
Yeah, that was really good. Getting out there fine and got past Gauntlet 5. Doesn't need to powder this because if you do powder that bunny changer, it makes the Lambonos pattern go even faster.
Interesting. Almost getting a 1 cycle, just needing to hit that last Landmolus here. So,
just one more. Oh, there you go. There you go. Very nice.
So, and Willard grabbing the last heart piece that he needs to get a full heart container is going to be starting to head up here with full hearts. I'm sure he's really happy about that. Mm-hmm. So,
think both players should be fine because the fact that their half magic is going to be a big play into this, they don't have to really worry too much about their magic usage.
Yeah, they also have neither of them are gonna need to really worry about Torch Glitch. They both have Butter Sword and the Silver Arrows, so and they're both experienced players. So I doubt they're gonna have any kind of issues there.
Yep, that shouldn't have a problem.
So interestingly enough, if you happen to go up those stairs at the wrong time, the ones that DT just did, you can actually despawn all the sprites in Ganon's tower, which means that he would have to go all the way back down to the bottom. So luckily he did not have that issue. He's able to move on here. But a lot of people will opt to grab the full magic just to make sure that that doesn't happen. Because by the time you get to the full magic container there, then you won't have that issue. DT going through the Muldorm, very good, very good. 2 hits, so let's see the validation chest. What will he do? Will he open it? Will he bomb it?
No, he powders it.
Okay, interesting. So, did not open the validation chest, but we'll be heading into the Aga 2 fight here momentarily. I see we have some Dairy Queen fans in chat.
Most definitely Dairy Queen, for sure. Oh.
So, gets one
so
hit
far.
off. Yeah.
Should get 2. Oh.
Oh, gets 1 there as well.
This should be good. Oh. At least getting a hit is important, especially in this fight.
Exactly. And the patterns aren't really being great to him either.
No. Most definitely not. This should be a good pattern. There you go.
So Willard will probably grab the full magic container. Yeah.
Oh yeah. At this point, yes.
So DT, quick work of Aga 2, heading now to go do the Ganon fight. So this is exciting.
Oh yeah, it's coming down to the end here.
Yep.
Of course, Swag Ducks comes, saves the day in the end. Figures out how to get to the Dark World.
I know there was a question in chat asking if there was another race. The race that was scheduled earlier, if you had been looking at the schedule, has been postponed to a later time. Not unfortunately today, though. DT having to pull out his blue potion here. A little bit low on hearts, but it's gonna be hitting Ganon.
Yep.
Oh, unfortunately, there we go. I think he got the hit in.
Yep, he did.
Okay, good. So Willard now heading into the Aga 2 fight and gets zapped from Aga 2. Oh, unfortunately doesn't get one off to begin with.
Oh, here we go, triple maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
missed. Unfortunately double. Well, it's still a good double.
There
we go. GG for DT. Congratulations to him on his first victory of the bracket here for him and Willard. So they still have guaranteed at least one more race, not today, but they have yet to schedule their remaining races. We will see if we can get DT in here to have a few words with us.
It looks like we had the "you have dominated Dr. Wiley" message in the end.
Yeah, or as I called it, Dr. Willie.
we should be finishing up here on Willard's side. Should be a pretty quick fight with Butter and Silver Arrows.
6 hits with Butter Sword for each for this phase and the first phase, and then 4 hits on this phase right here. Not getting the bat circle definitely makes it a little bit easier to set yourself up to be in the right position to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
So it still was a really, really close game.
Oh yeah. Oh, got careful about that slash there, especially on the edge. One more to go.
Yep. Ooh. And very well done. Willard also finishing up his Ganon fight. DT finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 29 seconds. Willard finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 28 seconds. So literally 2 minutes off. 1 minute and 59 seconds.
Oh yeah, that was definitely still a close one.
Very close race.
And we're just waiting here to see when these both two pop in. I don't know if they have anything prepared for us, but we never know when you have 2 commentators coming in here with us.
Yeah, exactly. And again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you give these 2 a follow. Definitely great runners, great racers, great commentators. Deserve every bit of our love.
And while we're waiting, you can also guess the bonk counts for both runners here.
Congratulations, DT, on your victory. How are you feeling?
Jittery.
Yes, congratulations. Jittery.
Whew.
Very, very, very well done. Great execution and everything. Do you want to know, I guess, where what happened between you and your opponent on why you ended up, I guess, getting the lead there?
You make it sound like I was behind by quite a bit, which I fully anticipated. I honestly was not happy with my routing whatsoever.
Actually, your guys' routing was almost identical for a very long time. It was actually so identical, we were commenting on how close it was. You guys were going to places one after the other. The only difference was really the fire rod was in Dark Death Mountain. You grabbed it, but instead of going to Dark Death Mountain, Willard opted to skip it. And so that is actually what there was little minor things, of course, that brought you guys back close together. But yeah, it was basically, it all came down to the fire rod.
See, that's just one of those places that I've learned is so important to check basically the moment that you're able to.
Yeah, it definitely.
What my logic was on that.
It definitely paid off. Absolutely. It was a great race to watch and commentate for sure.
Good. Glad you enjoyed it. Definitely eager to pick Willard's brain and gather his thoughts on it as well. Rehash our routes with each other.
Yeah, it was definitely a great thing to watch. So I'm interested on where you think your routing was poor. What was it?
One choice I could have done. I could have made one choice much better in that as soon as I dug up the mirror, I think one of the first plays I should have made, especially since I tried to go into the Palace of Darkness without a bow, which was, I mean, not completely unreasonable, but it's still kind of dumb. I mean, that first chest only having 50 rupees, you're locked out of it. Looping back around, though, getting to the point I'm trying to make is that I should have gone to the Swamp Palace straight away. I would have wound up finding the bow there, full clearing that.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that might have been an issue if I had done that first, it might have changed up my routing a little bit later on. I may not have found the ice rod as quickly. So it's kind of a catch-22. Would it have really paid off? I mean, that's what I'm uncertain about, but I feel like Swamp would have been a better choice, especially more so than full clearing Mire.
I think the biggest play earlier today was finding Lamp was in Lumberjack Cave. And then that kind of altered the course for both of you guys, thinking, do we really need that lamp? And I know that you were talking about dark navigation, so you displayed that really well for us today.
Thank you. Yeah, that was something that I've put in a little bit of practice for lately, and specifically felt like my first room of Mire and the Turtle Rock Maze were... It's just so much fun doing those now that I know how.
Yeah, your Mire dark room navigation was really on point. It was incredible. And hello, Willard.
Hey, congratulations, Willard, finishing the race. And you too also did a great dark navigation for us today.
Absolutely.
Dude, shoutouts to the good bee. I didn't even know which bee I had. I'm like, I'm gonna drop this bee and see what happens. The thing that sucks is initially I had been like, I decided to go do Eastern and Pod before I remembered East Dark World Death Mountain on my way to Eastern and Pod. And I'm like, oh, the fire rod's gonna be up there, I know it, but I've already committed to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. And then it was there, and I'm like, okay, cool. Good call. Good bad call.
Well, it was interesting to see because you went into Pod without the fire rod, whereas DT had the fire rod when he went in there, so he was able to light up the lantern. So it was you did a really good job on that turtle room.
Go back and time it. Who did it faster? Who did it faster?
Well, DT had the fire rod.
That doesn't matter. Yo, DT.
Hey, man. Great job, man. Yeah, I'm seeing this now. It's like literally a 2-minute difference between us.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Outstanding, man.
I already know. Okay, when the seed says, "Hey, here's a book, a boot, and a glove. Maybe you should go to Desert Palace." That's fine. You should go to Death Palace. It should be called Death Palace. But instead, I did like Houlihan to get more rupees to go check Zora. But from now on, if I get flippers early, I'm never going to Zora.
Oh my god, what a waste, right? Because
it never pays off.
That was terrible.
My biggest fear though was skipping Lantern intentionally. If Landmola, because was Desert Palace the green pendant?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Because I was worried that Sahasrara was going to have that fire rod.
Oh, it was useless. Don't worry.
It was bombs.
He did do it.
Bombs. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so you went back to Desert after getting the fire rod?
He already had the fire rod by the time he went to Desert.
Yeah, that was my first time going into Desert. I realized, book, strength upgrade. It gave us the book fairly early. It's like, yeah, maybe it's VT18. No, much like the flippers in this seed, Desert Palace was useless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was useless. But we got the mushroom, which led us to the stupid mirror.
That's true. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, that's valid. Everything within Desert was useless then.
Yeah, Desert itself was worthless.
The ledge was fantastic.
Yeah, finding Ice Rod early was nice too. When I was checking Mire, I decided to check Mire before going up to... What did I do? Oh, I went and checked the Mire area, and then I went and did Eastern and Pod. So the nice thing is once I found Fire Rod up on the top, I went ahead and knocked out T-Rock, so...
Okay. Now, here's my question for you then. As soon as you got the mirror, did you do Swamp right after?
As soon as I got Mirror, I went back and did more of the Village of Outcasts stuff.
Okay.
Including Purple Chest, Dwarves, and then I ended up taking the Purple Chest all the way up to north of Graveyard before fluting it and
Purple
turning
Chest
it in.
World Tour.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I had to give the people something to watch. And then I did Swamp, and my gosh, net, powder, and bow? Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So right after I got the mirror, I wound up going to Mire and doing that full area, and I basically full to clear Mire as a result instead of going to Swamp, and it took me a long time to find the bow.
Well, that's why, because like...
Commentators were kind of stealing your interview and just chatting with each other.
No, it's okay.
No, it's fine.
It's what happens when we're buddies.
That's what we do.
Kind of just chill conversation.
Yeah, the interesting thing was, while DT was looking for the bow, Willard, you were looking for the ice rod and fire rod, and you found the ice rod fairly quickly. So it was basically kind of a race on who can find the fire rod and who could find the bow. So you both found them really close together, but by that time, DT had already had pretty much gone through half of a dungeon by the time that you unfortunately found the fire rod. So
Okay. So he was half a dungeon ahead of me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
You know, I gotta say, this is exactly what I expected. An extremely close race between us. 2 minutes is, I mean, it's about as close as it gets. We've had 8-second races and whatnot, but still, 2 minutes is awesome. Great job, man.
How did you route your G tower? Because I did the stupid route and it paid off. I was like, yes.
Yeah,
I thought that alone was gonna win me the race. So when I saw you done as I was finishing up Aga 2, I'm like, oh man.
That had to have caught you up a great deal then, because I went all the way around, did Ice Armos, everything. It sucked. There was nothing.
Dang.
I got Cane of Burna though.
Yeah, I mean, I did too.
Oh yeah, I guess that was on the way. I don't remember what.
You're not special, so
you know what?
You know.
I tried.
Wait. I had one other question. Did you even check the pedestal?
No, I got scared for a while though because I was really considering the bow being there as a possibility. After I couldn't find it for a while.
Yeah, it was something that when we saw at the beginning, the fact that the pendants were so easily accessible already. That it was something that we were worried was a possibility.
Right.
Oh. Did you do stupid Hera? Did you do all of that?
Yeah, everything except for the basement because that wasn't necessary.
Okay, all right.
So I did that. The only thing I did that you didn't then was all of Desert Palace.
I did most of it. I just didn't finish it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't have a fire source, and that's why I was kind of glad I'd only checked the mire area instead of actually popping into mire without a fire source, because you needed a fire source to get the big key. Yeah. So that was kind of like a whew, dodged a bullet there. But yeah, I guess just my hesitation to go to desert at the beginning, even though it kind of all the cards were laid out there and be like, hey, go to desert, was what definitely cost me time, especially doing. Because I think there was 300 rupees at Sahasra's hut, so even doing Houlihan Room was not worth it. But I like doing that anyway. It's always fun.
I think the thing that held me up the most was having such limitation with the crystal dungeons early. It's pretty sad that Ice Palace was one of the first ones that I could have cleared. I chose not to because who wants to full clear Ice Palace when there's other places, other pendant dungeons even you can check. And then oddly enough, I think aside from Swamp, Turtle Rock was one of the first crystal dungeons that I could have full cleared, and I'm like, yeah, I definitely don't want to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't miss that.
The crystal dungeon availability in this seed was kind of strange. I didn't care for that.
I don't remember. Were Silver Arrows in
Turtle Rock,
or were they in?
They were in the Chomp. Yeah, the Chomp room.
Those were awesome finding that.
That was such a relief to find.
I was literally talking about them as you opened the chest.
They will find silvers. Yes, they will.
my favorite moment was I laughed out loud when this happened. Was getting the tempered sword from Mini Moldorn Cave. I think full clearing Hera to get the Master Sword from Moldorn.
Yes.
It was funny, and I hated it. At least it made it so I didn't have to go back into the basement. But at the same time, like, come on. Give me something good, because the flute's right there. I just want the mirror.
Yeah.
So, GG, dude. Fun race. I figured we keep it close.
Yeah, no, we certainly didn't disappoint. I'm still shaking a little bit. Looking forward to our next one.
Yeah, let's keep it closer next time.
Congrats, DT, on your win.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Willard, for finishing, and I can't wait to see your guys' next race. So hopefully we'll get to see when that's scheduled soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll flip it out. Maybe the two of us will wind up commentating our own race as well, just for the
Might as well.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for the amazing race. It was wonderful to commentate for. Chat, if you guys haven't already, make sure you give these two a follow. Amazing runners, amazing racers, amazing commentators, amazing streamers. Like 4 great reasons to give them a follow right there. So if you haven't already, you have to smash that follow button for them because they definitely deserve it.
Most definitely. And I think the trolley item was the fetch item. I saw Willard slashing the assistant a few times, telling you still gotta fetch the shovel.
I fire routed her a couple of times.
That's true. I saw your frustrations on that when he was like no, you didn't give me my mirror.
One fetch right to another.
I bombed a few people on my route, including the broom lady and generous guy.
Oh, nice. You bombed the broom lady.
Yeah, and validation chest had a burrito in it.
Oh, I didn't even open it.
Yeah.
Sprinkled some powder on top of it, and that was the end of that.
There it is. Well, GG's. Thank you guys for watching.
Sakura, Hiei, thanks so much for the commentary.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
I'm also, before I go, I'm happy because the last race I did, if you guys recall, was the one where we had the unfortunate forfeit in the middle, and I was trying to do dark rooms, and I mirrored out of dark mire. So I think this race definitely made up for that kerfuffle.
See, that reminds me of something, actually, and you guys may have noticed, I don't know who had stream audio and whatnot, but in Turtle Rock, after I cleared the first roller room, I mirrored to the back, picked up the magic jar, went to use the Cane of Samaria, didn't have that equipped, I used the mirror and went straight back to the beginning from the first room. I kind of pulled a U.
That's, yeah, kind of, what, we'll give it to you. Whatever you say, DT. Just take your win and go. All right,
fine.
Fine.
Well, DT, there's one thing we have to mention though, and I'm pretty sure Chad already mentioned it too. Saku.
No, don't mention it.
No, I gotta mention it now. DT, Saku did the pleasure of doing Swag Deck Anthem 2 times for your race today.
Excellent. Well done.
Oh, God. In honor of the fact that it was your race.
It is quite an honor. What have I started?
But thank you guys so much for the amazing race. And unfortunately, there's no more races today, but there is a Donkey Kong Country All Stages tournament that starts tomorrow. If you want to see more details about it, type in !DKC, and you can see some of the information. Thank you two very much for the wonderful race. And I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful night.
Oh yeah, you two have a wonderful night. Have a great Mother's Day for the rest of it.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody. I think that closes up. Have a good one, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Call Mom. Say you love them. Bye.